Hi everyone, welcome to the first weekly vlog of 2021. It's actually still 2020 as I film this. It's the 28th of December today, but I want to get back into weekly vlogging as we head into the new year and while I'm still off work. And I'm currently stood looking out the window because it's sleeting right now. There's some snow, there's some rain, but it's still better than normal rain, but it's freezing. So Archie's just going to the toilet and then I'm going to shut this door and probably put the heating on. I hope you all managed to have a lovely Christmas. Mine was very up and down. We only saw my parents and my two younger brothers. They are all part of one household. Yeah, happy Monday. Hope you're all well. Hope you managed to enjoy your Christmas and let's crack on with this week. You all right? Trying to play my Switch and I'm greeted by this soaking wet, freezing cold, fluffy boy. Are you so cute? I love you. Winnie is in this lump of blankets here in case you're wondering. Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. As always, excuse the mess in the background. We have still got half the contents of our kitchen in the living room. And I'm wearing another outfit that feels like pyjamas but isn't pyjamas. In fact, I think this sweatshirt is even by the same company. Oh, that's bright. The same company that I was wearing on Monday. It's Pause and Pause Boutique. This was a Christmas present last year and the one I was wearing on Monday was a Christmas present from this year. So that's funny. Anyway, I didn't film yesterday because I didn't do anything. I basically sat on the sofa and played Lego Harry Potter or Animal Crossing all day. Then I read some of a book that I recently started reading. Then I had a bath with a lovely hair mask and face mask and bubble bath, and it was great. I really needed it. And then we watched Soul in bed, which was such a lovely film. It's the new Disney Pixar one. I watched it on Disney Plus. And it's just so lovely. It was such a lovely reminder to just appreciate the little things. And I feel like we've been doing that this week. I know people call this week different things, the week between Christmas and New Year. I've always called it Crimbo Limbo because I just think that's funny. And I don't know if they call Christmas Crimbo in other parts of the world. Let me know if you do. But Crimbo is like a slang term for Christmas. And obviously this week you're kind of in limbo. There isn't really much you can do. Oh, Winnie's woken up. So I've always called this week Crimbo Limbo. But yeah, we've been really enjoying the slow mornings. It's 11:10 and I've only just got dressed. Well, no, I got dressed earlier, but I've only just like done my hair and makeup. And I only really wear makeup because I'm filming. If I wasn't filming, I probably wouldn't even wear makeup, but it does make me feel a little bit better. And Will has just nipped out to get some paint rollers because we want to start painting the kitchen in the next couple of days. So I'll show you how it's looking now the plaster's dried. I need to put my Christmas cushions and blankets away, but somebody is trying to get comfy. Under she goes. Oh no! Oh no! You fell off the couch. Are you okay? She's fine. Right, so the kitchen is a bit of a state because the dishwasher needs emptying and there is still stuff everywhere, but the plaster has now dried everywhere apart from this little patch up here, which means it can now be painted. I realise it's probably easier to film myself. So yeah, the kitchen cabinets that we're having, they're not like a really cream colour, but they're not white, they're an off-white colour. If I can remember, I'll put up another picture here. I've shown it to you before, but it'll let you see what I'm talking about. So I don't want to have white walls with creamy coloured cupboards because I think it's going to make the cupboards look even more cream, and you don't tend to put cream with white. In our bedroom we've got white furniture and cream walls and I hate it. Eventually I want to repaint our room. So if you have got that, like, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, it's just personally not what I would choose. Like generally people don't put the cream and bright white together. So we're going for the cream on the I'll just show you. So this wall is actually going to have a small kitchen cupboard on it. Can you see Archie? A small cupboard and then a larder cupboard here, so that's going to be hidden, all of the electrics. But this wall is going to be cream, and then this wall, this big back wall, is going to be a sage green, and we've got a beautiful big off-white mirror to put on that wall, which is currently in our bedroom. So that big mirror is going to go in the middle of that wall with the dining table underneath it. My dresser is going to be here, and my dresser is like a off-white pale cream colour, so this wall's going to be cream. All of the rest of this will be cream, and we'll have tiles around all of the countertops as well. And then out here is probably going to be cream too, and I'm debating painting the downstairs toilet the same sage green as this wall, just for something a little bit different. Because as I say, cream wouldn't be my first colour choice anymore, just because I feel like now we've lived in the house for a while, I want to be a little bit more adventurous, but the kitchen that we've gone for is definitely that sort of shabby chic country cottage feel. So I feel like off-white is going to work the best with then a sage green feature wall, and I'll show you the paints because we've got some paint samples. Okay, well this is hilarious, but I wanted to show you the paint samples, but Will put the lids on them after we looked at them, and he screwed them on so tight that I cannot get them off. So I'll have to show you them when he gets back. But we've got this one, which is called Coastal Touch, and I do have some pictures, so I'll pop a picture up on the screen, but when he gets back, I'll just get him to open them for you so I can show you them properly. This is a custom colour, and it's actually been colour matched to the sage green dots in Emma Bridgewater pottery, because I want to get an Emma Bridgewater polka dot blind. You can get them from a company called Blinds to Go, and they're reasonably pricey, I guess, not really for good quality blinds, and apparently the quality is amazing. But I had the paint colour matched to the sage green to really match that and tie it in. It doesn't look that great in the tin though, so I don't know if we're going to go for it, but obviously we are going to paint a sample of all of these onto the walls before we make any final decision. And then this one is Sprig of Sage, which is my favourite. You can see a little splatter of it there, but the only problem with that one is that it is quite dark. So again, we're going to paint a sample onto the wall to see what we think. But I really don't want to make the room feel dark because there isn't loads of light on that side of the room. Another thing that I've been working on for the last couple of days is filling and finishing my bullet journal. So I started this one in September, and I decided that I wanted to try and fill the whole thing between September and December because it's like a really autumnal pattern, and normally I can fit a whole year into a decent sized A5 notebook, but this one I managed to fill loads of it by literally putting everything in here, including all of my like written journaling. I journaled nearly every day for like 100 days, and that was the longest I had ever journaled consecutively for. I nearly always have a journal on the go, but I'm not good at writing in it every day. So I decided to carry that on throughout this journal, and there's a lot of like written stream of consciousness kind of journaling in here, which filled up a lot of the pages. So I reached the end of December and I still had 30 pages left in the journal, and I thought, I don't want to start a new journal leaving all of these empty pages, but I don't want to start 2021 in this journal and then have to move to a new one really soon afterwards. So I asked in the UK Planner Addicts group, like, does anybody have any ideas of how I can fill this journal? And they gave me loads of ideas, so I'll show you some of the things I've done. So first of all, with these pages at the back, this is page 121 and 122. The pages before this are some journaling that I did at the beginning of the month, and that was where I finished the journal. I've still got my weekly spreads a little bit ahead of that I've been using, but that was like the last page that I finished in this journal was some sort of like written thoughts that I'd popped in here. So I've given myself a few pages to really go into detail about everything that happened this year and just have some reflections on 2020 and things that I'm saying goodbye to in 2020 and hopes for 2021. So I've got a few double page spreads to do that. And then the next suggestion that someone gave me was to do 2020 in pictures. So I've put here my 2020 in pictures, because I've also got another one later for like key pictures from around the world this year. So again, I've given myself, I think, 3 spreads to print, I said that weird, to print my sort of key pictures of this year off and have them in here all in one place. Obviously, I will continue my Project Life album for 2020, so all my favourite pictures will be in there. But I just think it was cool to have like a visual timeline of my year in the back of this bullet journal as well. And then I'm going to have favourite TV of 2020, so that's going to include Netflix, Disney Plus, things that I watched on actual television, films. I'm going to put all my favourite things in there. And then somebody else suggested 20 positives or 20 perks of 2020. So I'm going to try to think of 20 positive things that happened this year, or things that I learnt this year that were positive. Because good things did happen this year. You know, we got married, we had our little mini honeymoon, we squeezed in a camping trip, stuff like that. And obviously 2020 has taught a lot of us some important lessons as well, I think. So it'll be good to have a place to list those. And then this is a 2020 timeline, the year the world stood still. And I basically copied like key events from around the world for 2020 off of Wikipedia. And Wikipedia had this caption at the beginning, and I just thought it summed it up pretty well, really. So you can pause that and read it if you want to. So I wrote that in, and then there's like 6 pages, I think. Oh no, 8. 10 pages of key events from around the world. And I finished it on December 27th. That was the last entry, but I've just seen that today the Oxford vaccine has been approved and rollout will begin on the 4th of January in the UK. So that will probably be added in there as well. Then I've got some spreads for key photos of 2020 from around the world in here. So I've got 3 double page spreads for that. Then I've got a double page spread for goals for 2021. I'm not going to be really strict with myself, actually. By goals, I'm definitely not going to put on here lose weight or I don't know, just stereotypical things like that. I've got those pages that I showed you where I want to reflect on the year and think about what I want to take forward into 2021. That's what I want to sort of jot down here before I start my new bullet journal and do sort of like an official goals page. I want to just write scribbles down here of things that I really want to take forward from this year, how I'm going to do that, that sort of thing. And then I have 2, 4, 6 empty pages before it goes to some swatches left. So I only have those 6 pages left, and what I want to do with those is plan out what I want to do with my new bullet journal for next year. So I'm going to write down what collections I want, what worked for me this year and might work for me next year in my planner, habit trackers I want to put in, maybe some ideas for page layouts, just stuff like that. So I think that the journal will be full by the time I'm done with it, and it'll be completely used, which is really exciting for me because I love a full journal. And I've really enjoyed using this one. I would like to get another Archer and Olive, but I should have ordered one in advance. Nobody is shipping now until the first week of January, so it just won't get to me in time. Wow, I've really chatted to you a lot today. It's because Will's out of the house and I can't chat to him now. So I'm just boring you guys instead. But people always ask to see inside my bullet journal, so I hope you enjoyed that a little bit. I don't share my actual pages really anymore because they're just too personal. And because I set my journal up the same way pretty much every single month, I used to do monthly, like set up my month with me videos, but they were just the same. So like the first one had loads of views, and then the second one it was lower, and they just gradually got lower and lower because they were just the same. So there's no point me doing videos on it really. But once I've set this one up and it's empty, I might share it with you. Morning everyone, happy Thursday. I'm out of the house, it's a miracle. Don't get too excited though, we are tier 4, so I'm not actually doing anything fun. I am dropping a Christmas present off to my grandparents. I'm literally dropping it on the doorstep, and I'm going to wear a mask as well to drop it off to them, because I just feel like that's the sensible thing to do. And then I'm going to go and get rabbit food, and I'm going to nip to Boots and get some skincare stuff, because with everything that's happened and then being Christmas, I haven't kept an eye on all of the things that I needed to restock in the house, and my skin is going crazy because I've run out of some of my skincare stuff, and the stuff that I want I can't get online, it was out of stock, and they're taking a really long time to fulfill orders at the moment, and I just want to have it in my hands now. And the rabbit food as well, I normally order online, but they've got really long delivery dates at the moment, and I ran out today, so I need to feed the animals, so I'm gonna have to go and get some. Not an ideal situation, but there we are. And yeah, that's it basically. The plumber finally turned up today, so I've left him at home with Will's. Hopefully he can fix the radiator and get our downstairs toilet and sink plumbed in. That would be fantastic. But yeah, so I'm going to go and drop this little gift off to my grandparents. It's literally just a tin of biscuits, but it's a cute tin, and I know they'll appreciate the tin. So yeah, who thought we'd still be here in December, eh? It's good news about the Oxford vaccine being approved though, because that means it's easier to vaccinate people, because it can be refrigerated at a normal, like, fridge temperature, rather than the freezing cold temperatures needed for the Pfizer vaccine. So hopefully that means they can start vaccinating people even faster now, which would be great. I don't know where I am on the list. They weren't vaccinating pregnant people, and obviously a few weeks ago I was pregnant, so I wasn't going to be on the list. Now, if they can get me vaccinated quickly, I'm all for it. Right, anyway, I shall see you in a minute. Happy New Year, everyone. You probably can't see it, but there are tiny little flakes of snow falling outside. But yeah, I don't think you can see it. That's annoying. It's very cute. The sky is very white, so it wouldn't surprise me if it does snow for a little bit. Happy New Year from these two as well. Will is sanding the walls in the kitchen, hence the noise in the background. We are out on a little woodland walk. I've got Winnie in the sling. Basically, yesterday was a bit rubbish. I won't go into detail and bore everyone, but if you follow me on Instagram, then I did post briefly about it. But I've taken a leaf out of my friend Anna's book, Anna over at Mrs. Brimble's. I'm trying not to slip. Her and her family, when they've had a rubbish day or a rubbish morning, they press the reset button and they get outside and enjoy each other's company. So that is what we are doing. Winnie refused to walk after about 5 minutes, so like I say, she's in the sling, but Archie and Will are up ahead, and Archie's loving it. But I can never be bothered to get out to the woods, and then when I'm here I just love it. It's so lovely. Look at that, so pretty. Will's cross because he doesn't have any shoes to wear and he's ruined his shoes. Archie had to have a bath when we got in, and he's not impressed. This is how the paint samples are drying. Again, you just can't really see them in their full glory, like, you know, how they're meant to look. We've painted a larger sample of this one because we think that's the one we might go for. And we've painted a big splodge of it in the downstairs toilet because I think we're going to paint the downstairs toilet in this colour. And it's annoying because you just can't see how it actually looks. It's coming up so much darker on camera, but it's actually just a really lovely sage green. So it's annoying. I don't want it to look horrible on camera, but I think that's what we'll probably go for. Hi everyone, I am getting in a little dusk walk today. No makeup on, feeling a bit rubbish because one of my back teeth actually just broke while I was eating some Doritos. So I'm gonna have to call the dentist tomorrow, which is something I did not want to have to do. But Archie and I are out for a little solo walk. I take him out on his own quite often. It's good for his training and his confidence. And it means that we can take our time with all the sniffs because we're not with anyone else and we're not waiting for Winnie. So he's just sniffing everything. I've got him on the lead though because there's a lot of people around. So just in case, we're keeping him on the lead. But yeah, I know I haven't really vlogged much this week and I'm sorry about that, but just enjoying Crimbo Limbo. And it's back to normality tomorrow because it's looking like schools are going to be open as normal. So I need to figure out what I'm going to be doing. But we will see. Hello everyone, happy Monday. First day back at work for many of you, so I hope you're getting on okay. First day back at work for me today as well. Next door's dog's barking. I worked from home a little bit this morning, then I went into work to sort everything out there. I'm gonna be continuing to work from home now. The builders are back today. We've got kitchen cabinets being made currently, and when they stop for lunch I need to take the rest of the stuff out of the rest of the cupboards that have still got things in. That was a very long way of saying I need to empty out the rest of the kitchen cupboards. Sorry, they had to come in and ask me something, so I had to stop. And I've just made myself some lunch now. So I'm gonna quickly eat this and then try and empty out the cupboards because I think the next step is for them to be ripped out and the new cupboards to be put like in their place, which is cool, but it will leave us like without a kitchen, which will be interesting. Anyway, it is exciting. But yeah, today's been busy and a little bit hectic and all over the place already. I've also got a doctor's appointment in about an hour and a half because I've still got those swollen lymph nodes and I've got like a bump on the back of my neck and I'm just really worried about it. I really want them to take it seriously, so I'm really nervous anyway because I am concerned about this bump on the back of my neck specifically, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my lunch, gonna get these cupboards emptied, and we'll just crack on with the rest of the day. Me again. I'm at the doctor's. I'm in my favourite mask again. I washed them all the other day so I could wear my favourite one again. This one just fits my face so much better than a lot of my others. My mum actually makes most of my masks, by the way. I'm feeling nervous. Okay, excuse my greasy face, but I'm home from the doctor's. My doctor's appointment was very brief, as I expected it would be. he is basically convinced that all of this is nothing, which obviously I am 100% praying and hoping that he is right. I want it to be nothing. But because I was so upset about it and so stressed about it, he said he would refer me to the ear, nose and throat department of the hospital so that they can examine me and decide if they need to do anything, if it's something that does need investigating or not. And hopefully it will be absolutely nothing, but I just really want to get it properly looked at because I'm very concerned about it. Anyway, he was quite dismissive. He made out that he couldn't even feel the lymph nodes or the bump behind my ear. I can definitely feel it constantly. It's just difficult to show somebody else. But anyway, I hope that I'll be referred quickly. He said he was going to do it with the 2-week like suspect symptoms referral, but he's stressed over and over again that he absolutely does not think it's anything malignant, and he's just referring me that way because it's quicker and it means I'll get seen quicker with the pandemic and everything. So anyway, he also showed me my blood results, and my blood results were better than they were in October, so that made me feel a little bit better as well. But anyway, I'm home. Here's the kitchen. Let's show you what we've got. So when you come in, as I've shown you previously, we've painted a mist coat and we've been testing out some colours. But when you come into the kitchen, we've got this little normal sized worktop there, and then a larder unit which is going to have all of our food in, and it's hiding the fuse board and everything in there. Then we've got the radiator down there, the dining table's going to be here, the dresser's going to be there. All of these cabinets have been built today. There's still, I think, at least one more to be built, and the parts are in the utility. There's maybe even 2 or 3 left to be built because there's cupboards out there as well. And then I had to empty these this afternoon. The extractor fan is gone. Can I just say as well that this is where our internet's plugged in, because that's where the cable comes into the house. Have you ever seen anything so ridiculous in your whole life? Honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, come on, this house is such a mess. Anyway, the extractor fan's gone. Some of the cupboards have had their doors ripped off, and I think the rest are being ripped off today. They're leaving us with the oven and the sink, definitely, I think, because they're not going to be able to like put any new units up today. It's coming towards the end of the day. I don't think they'll be doing any of that until tomorrow. But yeah, the only cupboard that I haven't emptied is the cleaning cupboard, which I'll probably do tomorrow. I should probably take these things off the sides, but I just can't bring myself to do anything else today. It has been a day. But yeah, this is how it's looking. The cupboards are starting to be ripped off and the new ones are starting to go in, and it's exciting. Hello everyone, happy lockdown 3.0. Are we all excited? Everybody say yay. No, I cried a lot yesterday, which I know is silly. Oh, there is a random box behind me that Will put in and it's stopping my chair from going back and it's annoying me. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so we're in lockdown for the 3rd time. Not that life will really change much because I was working from home anyway, and you know, wasn't really going out much anyway. I'm gonna take my coat off as well, you know. But still, it's upsetting. The lockdown is gonna last until February half term, so it's like 6 weeks, maybe even longer, 7 weeks, I don't know. And it's just stressful. Like, schools didn't find out about it until 8 p.m. last night, so they were expected to provide online learning from today. It's just been a lot. So anyway, my kitchen has been officially fully ripped out at home. So I went to the dentist this morning to have a look at my broken tooth. I'm going to get it all fixed end of February. They advised me to wait until this lockdown was over because of being immunocompromised, and I'm going to get another tooth sorted out as well at the same time. Unfortunately, I've had to pay for it all today, but whatever. And yeah, I can't get in the kitchen. I have no cooker, I have nothing, no sink or anything. So I went to McDonald's and got the katsu nuggets. I'm trying them with the curry sauce. I feel like these are pretty nice. I've actually never had a Wagamama's, so I've never had a katsu curry. I'm actually in the the Morrison's car park, because the car park opposite McDonald's that I normally sit in to eat my food if I don't want to wait till I get home is closed because lockdown. They don't want people to gather. So I'm sat here watching people collect their click and collect shopping, and I've realised that the boy helping people with their shopping is actually somebody I used to know when he was really little. He's the same age as my youngest brother. That's funny. I don't think he would remember me though. Anyway, I hope everyone is okay at the moment, especially those of you in the UK. We are now all in lockdown pretty much, I think. You know that you'll get through it, but I think it all just hit me last night that like the wedding probably still won't happen. And it's been a year since all of this started and we're worse off than we were before. And I think that's just a lot to deal with. I'm home from my little McDonald's and dentist excursion. Just showed you the kitchen, so they've stopped for lunch. They've been like ripping everything out today, ripping up the floor, ripping the tiles off the walls, putting together some more cabinets and starting to put cabinets in, and also fixing the driveway because a new manhole had to be put into the driveway because we were putting in a downstairs toilet, and like all these things have to be done. So that's all been done today as well, and the driveway's all been fixed and patched up and relayed, which is great. But after chatting about the wedding in the car, I actually checked my phone and I had an email from the venue pushing us to postpone again. And the dates that they offered us free of charge we can't do because they clash with other family weddings, and one of them is a Thursday in April of 2022, and we don't want to get married on a Thursday. Well, we're already married, but we don't want to have our party on a Thursday. And also I just feel like in 2022, unless it's on our like anniversary date, so we could do like a vow renewal or whatever, nobody is going to care anymore. Literally nobody. Nobody is going to want to go to a wedding of people who have been already married for nearly 2 years. Like, nobody is going to care. So I really want to stick with the date that we have and just see what happens and see if we can have 30 people. I can't deal with the stress of it all right now. I'm not in the right emotional place, the right headspace. I'm not in a very good way at the moment following the miscarriage and just everything that's going on. So I just feel like we need to leave it. They also wanted like more than £1,000 extra to upgrade to a better day in 2021 or 22. And we've already paid in full. We've signed our contracts, like we agreed on our contract and our price and everything, and we didn't choose any of this, and I know they didn't either. It's so difficult for venues, 100% understand that, but I just don't know what to do. We don't have another penny to put towards this, so I'm stressed. It's month end for Will at work, so he's in the office. He will be until late tonight. He's not going to want to talk about it when he gets home, so I'm going to make a real concentrated effort to not talk about it because I just don't want to stress him out anymore. I've just sent them an email back saying that none of those options suit us and we just want to leave it, and we'll just see what happens. But I just had a cry to my dad because my dad was here doing the driveway because he's our builder. I know we're in lockdown, but he is our builder. We have hired him and his employees. We've hired his company to do our building work, and they are allowed to still work. So my dad was here doing my driveway when I got home, and I had a cry to him because I'm just so stressed. Whatever. I'm going to show you my new bullet journal. Hi everyone, I've had to do this bit as a voiceover, but this is the new bullet journal I set up. So this is going to be a goals section, and I've got my little 1,000 hours outside tracker, a space for a vision board, birthdays, my future log where I can plan any future events, projects for 2021, my books that I've read and 2021 TBR, favourite TV and films, my savings tracker with a wish list section, a master camping list, so I have a list of everything we need anytime we go camping, a gratitude list, wedding to-dos, and then we go into January. So I hadn't filled out any of these pages yet. I have now, but I just wanted to show them to you while they were still empty. So I have my monthly calendar, brain dump, finances, and then we go into my weekly Dutch door pages. So yeah, that's what I'm working with for my bullet journal so far this year, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. Good morning, everyone. I still have our bedroom Christmas tree up. I really need to take that down. I'm waiting for my first video call of the day to start, and I didn't have any makeup on or anything. I've just made sure that I'm sat in front of the computer at the time I'm meant to be, and we'll see what happens. But I've had to come upstairs to the bedroom to teach because the kitchen's being done downstairs, so all you can hear is like drilling and banging and phone conversations, but obviously I can't really like teach in my bedroom, so I'm like sat on the floor facing the opposite way from the bed, so it kind of just looks like another room. Oh my goodness, this virus. I'm not having a particularly good week, to be honest, so far. I just feel very, very stressed and anxious. And like we realised last night that we don't even have drinking water in the house currently, because the water that comes in to the bathroom comes from a tank in the loft that has all sorts of stuff in it. So we don't particularly want to drink that, so I have boiled some of it in the kettle and made a cup of tea this morning, but we might have to go out and get some bottled water if we don't have a sink at the end of today. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit stressed this week. I think everyone is, but I just feel like there's a lot going on. Had a bit of a breakdown yesterday because I'm stressed about the wedding. I'm scared about being referred to the hospital for this lump because they used the cancer fast track, and like even though he tried to reassure me that he didn't think it was sinister, I just am worried because I think it could be. I just have a lot going on. Obviously paying out a load of money to go to the dentist yesterday was not how you really want to start the new year. Yeah, I'm feeling quite stressed, to be honest. Anyway, that's as much as I'm doing in terms of makeup. I'm still waiting for my video call to start. It's 20 minutes late at the moment, but I know that there is a lot going on at school right now, so I'm just going to chill here and wait and see if anyone turns up. I've got the work ready anyway, so we can always do it tomorrow if nobody turns up. Hi everyone, I haven't really filmed today. I've been very up and down in my mood today. I went on a little walk earlier and then I've basically just watched films all afternoon after teaching this morning, but I wanted to show you today's progress in the kitchen because all of a sudden it's all a bit exciting. I was really stressed today because it felt like they weren't making any progress. There were lots of issues with the plumbing, but then when they left, all of a sudden loads of stuff was in place. So the most exciting thing for me personally is that the fridge freezer is in, and I have dreamt about having a fridge freezer like this for a really long time. So it's kind of like a Smeg lookalike. It's a retro fridge freezer, but it is a fraction, and I'm talking about a tiny fraction of the cost of a Smeg fridge. And we got it from Howdens. The wall cabinets are up on the wall now, as are the floor cabinets. They are now all in place. And the cooker is in place as well. The electrician can't come until Monday, so like none of this can be plugged in until Monday, which is kind of annoying, but at least it's in place for now. It's gonna, the fridge, the dishwasher and the washing machine, which is out here, is going to have to be moved again when the floor is tiled, but basically to save space they've just popped it all into place for now, and they are actually plumbed in currently as well, so that when they go home in the evening today, I can put a load of washing on, load up the dishwasher and sort of deal with some of the mess that is all over the rest of my house. But yeah, so it's starting to look like a proper kitchen. Winnie is rooting around in the rubbish over there. Winnie, I promise you, I took the wrapper away. She's after the coffee wrapper and I took it away and threw it away. There's nothing there for you, Wins. I promise. There's the larder cupboard and then the small little cupboard. But yeah, it's just so exciting. It is starting to come together now, and I'm so glad, because I was a little bit worried today. So originally this unit was meant to be there and that one was meant to be here, but there was a lot of damage to the back of this wall and some wires and stuff. And if that unit went here, we would have to buy another one, to like a really skinny one that would be completely pointless, to go next to it to cover up the rest of the wall and the wires and everything. So instead they've put the bigger cabinet here because that covers everything and it gives us more cupboard space in the kitchen, and then the smaller one has gone out here, and we're just going to get a little infill to go there. So basically the only things we'd intended to put in the utility area were the washing stuff, so like laundry detergent, fabric softener, whatever, and all of our medicine. So a smaller cupboard is fine, and then we'll have an infill panel there, so there won't be a gap there. And there's going to be worktop across the top. And then this is the downstairs toilet. So the toilet is now all officially plumbed in and working. And then the sink, he's coming back to finish tomorrow because he still needs something else to sort out the sink. And then, like I say, the electrician is coming on Monday to sort out all of the sockets and the lights, I think. So yeah, they're going to do the worktops tomorrow, and they sorted out all of the plumbing today for the sink as well. So I think that by the end of tomorrow we might have worktops and a sink, which would be so exciting. And then, other than having the electrics done and the floors tiled, there isn't really anything else that the builders do. After the floor's tiled and everything is properly plumbed in and in its place, it's basically then down to us to paint it, get the blinds done, and decorate it how we want. And we're going to retile this as well. So all of the wall space will be painted. We're going to have new coving put up here. This will all be painted, obviously, and we're just going to have tiles as like a backsplash around all of the countertops and around the windows. So yeah, it's coming along. All of a sudden it looks a lot more like a kitchen, and I think tomorrow it will be even more so because the worktops are being done. And can you imagine once the cabinet doors are on? Oh my goodness, we'll be spoiled. Woke up to this little frosty winter wonderland today as well. It's due to snow later, but I don't know if it actually will.